The moment Sean Payton selected Bo Nix as his rookie quarterback at the 12th overall pick in the 2024 draft, I said that Bo Nix, when it's all said and done, would be a top three quarterback coming out of this draft class when it's all said and done. A draft class that I think is very, very talented, one of the deepest we've had in quite a while. I'm going to give you guys some really interesting advanced statistics, some nuggets. I think that should give you confidence as well as to show that he's outperforming Caleb Williams right now, the first overall pick, which I think nobody expected uh, to start this season. No doubt about it. So y'all let me know your thoughts right now. Where would you put Bo Nix in terms of the best rookie quarterbacks? I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe as well. We're on our way to 2,000, but let's go ahead and get started. I have like 5 or 6 different statistics charts for you guys to look at, but I wanted to start off with this one right here from James Palmer. Broncos rookie quarterback Bo Nix has 33 plays of 20 plus yards this season. The only player with more is Lamar Jackson. Guys, that's not just rookies. As you can see, he is right behind Lamar Jackson when it comes to big plays. Bo Nix, the fact that he is doing this with a bare cupboard of receiving weapons right now, it only goes to show you how high his ceiling truly is. When we got the opportunity to bring in some real playmakers for him starting this offseason, $100 million of cap space, right? And James Palmer here at the bottom, he goes on to say, sneaky stat considering their lack of downfield passing for most of the season. I can't take credit though. Dan Brugler had it in his rookie breakdown, so credit to him as well. I wanted to show this, credit to Zach Seegers for pointing this out, as well as Stephen Patton from Patton Analytics pointing this out. So this is a chart that shows which QBs excel at creating plays outside of structure, plays outside of the pocket and pass attempts beyond the first read. So beyond the first read in 2024, as you can see right here, guys, I'm going to get my marker out. This is the quadrant where you want to be at, okay? So there's a lot of really good quarterbacks here. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, who's an above average quarterback right now, Joe Burrow. Then you see some of the promising rookies. I think Drake May has surprised me definitely so far in a similar situation as Bo Nix is, where you don't have a lot of great weapons around you. I think that he has performed very well. Jaden Daniels, I think right now should be the favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, no doubt about it. He is the QB1 right now in this class, but I think Bo Nix, as you can see, is right there next to CJ Stroud and Kyler Murray's in this quadrant as well. A lot of really good playmaking quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is just right outside of that, but this is kind of the area where you want to be. Now, this did surprise me. The creation rate, Russell Wilson is so high for it, but the EPA, this is just a different stat to measure like expected yards or points per play. Essentially, I'm going to have some stat guys on here later in the year that can break that down a little bit more granularly for you guys. But hey, Russell Wilson, man, he creates a lot, but not very efficient, which is what we're similar or used to seeing, right? And a lot of like mid quarterbacks right here in terms of this ability. So Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, I feel like is criminally underrated, but not having a good year. Not at all. Jordan Love has been a little inconsistent. Trevor Lawrence, is he regressing? I'm not sure, but you want to find yourself in this quadrant. Now, I think what is good is that Brock Purdy for his contract right now, I think that's great value. You see Bryce Young. I think that maybe we're starting to see some improvement from him, as well as Caleb Williams isn't too far away. That offensive line for the Bears, I think, is really struggling and making things pretty difficult. Now, let's continue to move on. Dan Brugler also said this. Sorry. Dan Brugler also said this. Bo Nix has the runner-up. Bo Nix is the runner-up at QB for his midseason all-rookie team. So Jaden Daniels is first. Again, credit to Zach Seegers. Is it Dane Brugler or Dan Brugler? Anyways, runner up, he's saying it's Bo Nix. The production between Nix and Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams has been fairly similar, and there is an argument for either in terms of who's looked better on tape, especially over the last 2 weeks. I would argue that that is definitely Bo Nix. The main difference has been Nix's ability to create explosive plays in the air and with his legs. He is responsible for 33 plays of 20 plus yards, second in the NFL only to Lamar Jackson. Williams has 20 plays of 20 plus yards. And I think that to the surprise of maybe some, Bo Nix is a more athletic guy than Caleb Williams, and he has that ability to escape the pocket, but I think much better rushing ability. Caleb Williams, of course, can still scramble, and I think has a little bit better of natural raw arm talent than Bo Nix, but the combination of athleticism, brains, and still arm talent and accuracy, I think has gotten Bo Nix off to a very good start in his rookie year, albeit not perfect. And I wanted to point this out, what friend of the show, again, Zach Seeger says as well. Through 6 weeks, you would like to be able to highlight one game where Nix played well in the first half. Now, through 9 weeks, there are 3 to 4 games where Nix has played well in the first half. Nice to see him settling in some. And I think that that is true. We have seen him settling in a little bit more. And Cameron Parker, friend of the show, mainly Broncos, said something to note here. Bo Nix had a low turnover worth plays during his entire career at Oregon as well. Yes, that was one of the reasons why I really liked him coming here to Denver, is because he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. Bo Nix right now, credit to PFF Denver Broncos, pointing this out. Bo Nix, 1.6% turnover worthy play rate, third lowest among all quarterbacks this season. So again, a lot of those throws that he had were during the first quarter of the season. We've seen a lot fewer of those as time has gone on. His decision making has been good. His footwork, I think, is steadily improving his pocket presence, but you've seen the big play ability. That's the big takeaway from this, is that you've seen the big play ability from Bo Nix, and being able uh, to do that with Cortland Sutton and then a bunch of other guys that would not be getting the reps that they would be getting on other NFL teams right now, is nothing short of beyond expectation. I think that if we were to talk about this in the offseason, saying, hey, with these amount of weapons and or lack thereof, and Bo Nix is number 2 in the league in terms of explosive plays. I think if you just hear that, you would be very, very pleased, and you would take that. And right now, I would. I think that again, he is showing a lot of positive signs of being the guy that we're hoping he can become. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this as well. Where would you Bo Nix in terms of the rookie quarterbacks right now? I want to know. And I'll be back with another video tomorrow. And as always, go Broncos.